share your questions, suggestions in the chat. Ensure your camera is properly aligned with your posture. Please maintain meeting decorum by avoiding unnecessary movements if your video is turned on. Kindly refrain to speak on the topics such as sex, religion, or politics. Best wishes and greetings to all the attendees. Toastmasters International mission is to empower individuals to develop communication and leadership skills through a mutual supportive and positive learning environment. So I mentioned here happy learning. So one of our uh, member today, he will remember happy evening. Why? Because when he visited our club, that time I was a guest in the Toastmasters meeting, and he mentioned that happy evening and why it is important. So moving forward, time to invite a passionate Toastmaster who joined ICC One Toastmaster Club in 2019. Currently holding various responsibilities such as the District PQ Awards co-chair, District Club coach chair, Division C Assistant Program Quality for the year of 2024 and 2025. Past Area 12 Director, past President Marathi Toastmaster Club, served various leadership roles at district, division, area, and club, right from the club coach, Gavels coordinator, and division PR. 5 times Triple Crown awardee and winner of many more awards at a district like Classic CEO, Vibrant VPN, Dynamic VP, Majestic Sponsor, Passionate Learner, Mercurial Member, etc. etc. List is big. She is not just a speaker, a mentor, a guide, and inspiration to many, and who truly represents the spirit of Toastmasters journey. Let's put your hands together to welcome our inspiring Division B Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ajaya Roge ma'am. Over to you, Ajaya ma'am.
Thank you. Let's give a big round of applause to our Sergeant at Arms, Sagar Kumbar. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, Sagar. And you set the tone. Thank you very much. And without further ado, let me first open our first division training by showing a gavel, virtual gavel. So meeting is open and we all are here gathered together. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you all to our dedicated club officers, passionate area directors, and enthusiastic members for the very first training of our Division B, which is going to happen now. Seeing you all here is the testament that you are committed to growth and leadership. That fills me with the immense pleasure and pride. Today marks more than just a training session. It is a fresh start, an opportunity to sharpen our skills, forge stronger connections, and reignite the passion that brought us here. Remember, growth does not happen at comfort zones. It happens when we dare to face the unknown. When we choose courage over the fear. So let's all dive in with open mind and determined goals. Together, we are not just building better speakers, we are building better leaders, change makers, and a community that lifts each other. Let's get started. I'm sure that you all are here and eager to hear from our eminent trainer today. So before starting the training session, I would like to give some rules that during the session, if you have any questions, you can send your questions to our division club growth, assistant club growth, Toastmaster Kumaran. He will be taking all your questions, and towards the end, we will be getting answers from our trainer. So any questions, just note it down and send it in your chat, in our chat, so that Kumaran sir can take up that with our trainer. So that is one part. I am very much thankful to all my Division B XCOM members who are wholeheartedly supporting me here. All my area directors, Area 5 Director Rashmi, Area 6 Director Thiru, Area 6 Director Khalid, Area 7 Director Thiru, and Area 8 Director Samir. Thank you for joining here, and I hope we all will learn together today. So once again, thank you and welcome all of you to Division B training session. So now let me welcome the person whom we are waiting here in the room, and we are waiting that what he is going to talk to us today. So he's a Toastmasters for 15 years. He has held various leadership roles in Toastmasters, not only in District 116, but in District 79, District 20, and he has done all the roles right from the club till the district level. He has not given me much introduction about what he has done in the past, but I know few of his major achievements, that he was an area director, he was a division director, he was our district 116 PR manager, and he has done so many things. This year also he was realignment co-chair for the clubs. So let's put our, he works with CAPCO in the Human Resource Department. Let's welcome our trainer, Toastmaster Sudhir Gujar, with a big round of applause. You can unmute yourself and give him a big welcome for the training session. Sir, stage is all yours.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Lovely. Thank you.
Yes.
Lovely. And I believe the Toastmaster Rashmi is the timer. Yes, I've pinned her. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. How are you doing today? A thumbs up if you're doing great. A thumbs down if you're, Well, good to see mostly thumbs up. And, well, I hope to take you through a session where it kind of gives you a fresh new perspective on something that we've all been doing and also been experiencing for the years. Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Musab Muhammad Noor. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So that's lovely. So a quick poll. How many of you here, especially the newbies, don't know what's a moment of truth? Like, are you aware of the word moments of truth, or is this the first time that you've come across this concept? I want the newbies to answer first. Anybody who's latest in Toastmasters?
I am from McDermott Doga Toastmasters Club, Nirmal Kumar. I don't know what is the moments of truth.
Okay, that's fantastic. So I don't need to make you unlearn anything. Sit back, relax, and just enjoy the journey, because today I'm going to teach you, or rather, give you an experience of what the moments of truth is and how a person how to deliver it to an audience.
Thank you.
Just let me share my presentation here, and just let me know if it is visible. Is the presentation visible to each and every one of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Lovely. Catalysts of excellence, transforming your clubs through moments of truth. Welcome, one and all. All right. Look at these two images and tell me, if you were the person in the brown or the tan jacket, which situation would you prefer yourself to be in? You can unmute and possibly say it, no problem.
Second.
Picture is on the right.
Right side.
Right side.
Right, exactly, right? Why does it look that way? Is it because there's this gentleman who's wearing a very dapper suit, or does it tell a different story?
That's hospitality they show.
Exactly. Because the thing is, the picture to the right shows hospitality and something like an excellence in hospitality, isn't it? Well, in a nutshell, that is what it is. It is a moment of truth. Now, you would wonder, how is it a moment of truth? What is he saying? Where's the truth? Where's the lawyer? Well, let's get into it deeply one by one. Now, in Toastmasters specifically, a moment of truth is an episode where a person comes in contact with any aspect of the Toastmasters experience and forms an impression of the club's quality and service. So it is something that a club member, a visitor comes to your club and they get such a positive experience, or on the other hand, a negative experience that makes them decide whether I want to join the club or stay away from it. It sets the tone for everything that follows in their lives. So, coming back to this very amazing photo, I would say, which everyone have resonated with. This photo on the right is called Excellence in Action. Wouldn't you all agree?
Yes.
Lovely. So the entire experience when you welcome someone and give them the right attention, the right welcome, the right experience is what forms the moment of truth. Now, when you talk about moment of truth, we all know that moments of truth is something of a presentation that has to be carried out. But let me begin one step beforehand. Let me talk about what a catalyst is. A catalyst is something, it is a condition, event, or a person that is the cause of an important change. Now, how many chemistry students here? Maybe you can just say, yay.
Yay.
Okay. And I'm sure in chemistry you would have learned what a catalyst is, right?
Yes.
It speeds up a reaction without dissolving itself. Isn't
Absolutely.
it?
Yes.
Right? Well, let me tell you one thing. In Toastmasters, you as an area director are the catalyst for your clubs, society, district, and of course, well, you guessed it, the members. You are the one that is responsible for bringing all these facets together. That is why it is often said that the most toughest, demanding, yet fulfilling job in Toastmasters is that of an area director. Now, why am I focusing much on area directors? Because area directors, first and foremost, you are the heart of Toastmasters, and you are the prime person who would be delivering something called as the moments of truth to your club. You are the one that will oversee how the club is doing. Yes, you got a club president, you got a club excom, everything. But again, that is their club. They need somebody with fresh eyes. And you, as an area director, by G, you have such an important role to play in this. So definitely, you are the person in focus as the main catalyst. You are the main person that's going to cause an important change to your clubs. So area directors, are you ready? I want a yes from all
Yes.
the area directors. You can unmute yourself and call upon.
Yes,
No
yes.
problem.
Yes.
Right. Now, what about the other club members who are here, the club excom and other people who are in attendance and possibly, wondering what's in it for me? Well, if you look at this particular graphic, it shows that you too are a part of this important change. Don't undermine your role, because the area director is going to depend on you as a member, either as a member of the society or as a member of the club, to make the change. And our district leaders who are here, well, most definitely they want the area director to succeed. So how does an area director cause an important change? How do they go beyond and make positive changes? A simple but effective way in which they can do so is through club visits. Now, what are club visits? Well, it's a visit to the club. Don't expect any technical definition here, because there is none. It's what the name says as it is. When an area director has time, and they need to find time and definitely visit their club. How many visits a year? They need to have at least 2 visits during the year, and 2 in official capacity as an area director. They can visit, of course, as a role player or anything, definitely, but there will be 2 visits they need to make, which will form a part of their area director's official club visit. Right. During both these visits, yeah, can we have somebody's unmute?
अरे
Yeah. During these meetings, an area director must present the moments of group presentation. Now, it has been seen in the past that, well, you've got some other members deliver this, a senior member, and so on. But the right person who should deliver this is the area director. With all due respect to all the senior members, whoever it is not their responsibility. It is in fact the area director's responsibility to make sure that they conduct the moments of group presentation. Please bear in mind. So as an area director, it is your responsibility to make sure that this session is carried out in your clubs, and try to hold it within your clubs. Plan the meeting well in advance. Don't tell the area director, don't tell your clubs, okay, you have a meeting tomorrow, I'm going to come and deliver the MOT tomorrow. That's very unfair. Plan this at least a month in advance. You should give enough time for the club to prepare themselves. Imagine you're at work and the internal auditor comes up and says, okay, I need to audit you in the next 5 minutes. Whew. That's it, everything's gone. Whatever you're doing, gone.
खत्म टाटा बाय बाय
Exactly. So plan well in advance. Make sure that you plan your club visits well in advance. It is also advisable that before your actual meeting where you conduct the moments of truth, you visit the club beforehand, at least as a guest. So you get a pulse of the club. You see what the club is like, especially if the club is new to you. Maybe somebody who's an area director of the same club, it might be their home club. But if it's something that, oh, I have absolutely no idea which club is this, oh, it's high time that you really need to visit this particular club. Create a positive environment. When you go for a club visit, make sure that you create a positive atmosphere. If somebody makes a mistake, don't go on harping them. Well, how many mistakes are you as your club doing? Come on. You're not there. It is your responsibility to uplift them and not be a sad sack, for throughout that evening. And make sure that in this club visit, for each one of them, give a call to action for the club. Tell them what they need to do. Right? And of course, if you have any questions, we'll save them for later. And of course, you can put them in the chat box with our coordinator,
Kumaran.
detail Kumaran. Yes. So, this is the essence of club visits. Now, how do you deliver these moments of truth? We all talked about the moments of truth presentation. This is the most key important thing that has to be there, right? So how do you prepare for this? Well, let me walk you through in 3 segments. Pre-meeting, the D-Day, that is on the day, what you need to do. And of course, the most important again is something called as the post-session. All right. First, pre-meeting. What do you need to do to get ready? Make sure that you review the club success plan of the club that you're visiting. So it is a requirement, right? That I'm sure now most of you know that it is a requirement to be eligible for the Distinguished Club Program, right? The Distinguished Program. So every club needs to have a club success plan. So review what they have in store. Review the past area director reports if available. This is one thing area directors often don't check. This is a very important tool, especially if the club is, of course, more than 2 years old or more than 1 year old. The past reports can give a very good insight. You can see a lot of things. Are they repeating the same thing over and over again? You know, you will get a lot more insights when you review the past area director reports, both of them. Interview current and past club officers. This is all before the meeting. Remember this. This is all before the meeting. So maybe 1 week before, just casually call one of the members up and say, "Hi, I'm your area director. I will be visiting your club. Can you just tell me something about your club? When was it established? How many members are there? Which nationalities?" This you can ask the VP membership. You can ask the PR, VP PR something. So just try to get a very quick 5-10 minute call with each of the members so that they will give you some insight into how the club is rolling. All right. Check the dashboard, Basecamp data, and additional reports. I'm sure most of you already know how to access the dashboard. Some of you might be having access to certain Basecamp data. If not, you can request the VP Education to support you in this, if possible and feasible. And of course, the additional reports are always available. These are daily reports which get updated on the Toastmasters website. So make sure that happens as well. Check the club performance on social media. Find out, does the club have a website? Are they on Facebook? How is their social outreach? What is the club doing? Because let's face it, we are all social animals, right? And in Toastmasters, social is the key word. That's what we are all doing. Then review club assets, resources, and if possible, the attendance and guest book. Now, I'm not telling you to audit the attendance or guest book, but at least make sure that they have one. I'm sure many clubs have a beautiful attendance and guest book, but what if your club doesn't? So make sure that it's there, review this. What do I mean when I say club assets? Simple things like the timing device, the banner, right? Placards, if possible. Make sure that these things are there for each of the clubs. You don't want to go into any club with nothing on the table, just pen and paper, no lectern, no banner. Imagine the horrors that would follow. Is it a Toastmasters meeting or a general meeting? Nobody would know. So make sure that you inquire with the right people. Well begun is half done. When you do all these things, I'm pretty much sure that you will have a great insight into how the club is conducting its operations. I hope this slide is clear for each and every one of you. One more thing I would like to also talk about is understand the club demographics. There will be many clubs which will be language-only clubs. Some of the clubs will be multicultural clubs. So make sure that you know what kind of a club you're going to. So this will help you prepare your script. Maybe if you have any jokes to prepare, this could help you prepare them as well. Now imagine I'll go as an area director to Marathi Toastmasters Club. I can crack a joke in Marathi. But if I go into, say, Doha Malayalam Toastmasters Club and I crack a joke in Marathi, of course I wouldn't get any laughs. So you get what I'm trying to say here. So make sure that all these things are ready in advance. On the day, now you're all set, you're attending. Yay! This is the day when you're going to attend this and conduct your moments of truth. Arrive on time. Most important thing. And when I say arrive on time, in Toastmasters language means arrive before time. All right. This is what Toastmasters is different. When we say arrive on time, it usually means arrive well in advance. Okay. Meet and greet everyone. This is your chance to socialize with them, get to know a few members, understand them, and it's just create a nice vibe in and around. Dress professionally, huge, very important. Don't go up to a presentation wearing just casual clothes. You've got to mean business and you've got to look like you're here on a business. So wear your Toastmasters name badge. I'm sure most of you have received business cards from the district. Carry them. Give them. You've got a whole bunch ready to be given, right? Just carry them and make sure that you give them to whoever inquires with you. This is your personal advertisement. Provide your introduction to the club. Don't just let them introduce you as, please welcome area director. No. They've got to know who the person is. That is you. Make sure your introduction is solid and also carries a reason why Moments of Truth is important for the club. Make sure you may highlight that point. And have flip charts and markers ready. This is, of course, can be arranged by the club sergeant at arms so that you can make your notes and everything is available for you to note down. In case it is not available, please try to make sure you have alternate arrangements like notepads at least. All right. Now, this is one important rather document which everyone needs to have as an area director conducting the Moments of Truth. It's called the handout. It's the Moments of Truth handout. Now, one option is you give the members a printout of this document. Okay. If you have a club on the day, say you've got an attendance of 30 members, divide them into 6 groups. All right. Assign one moment of truth per group. We'll come to that. Of course, I'll just to give you an idea. This is the handout form. As you see, it's what's written. First impressions, membership orientation, so on. These are called as standard. These are called as the elements on which the moments of truth points which you need to discuss. And against that, there are standards. This document, the handout, would also have, as an appendix, you will have the best practices as well. So make sure that everyone receives the handout with them. Go through each standard slide. I'll come to the slides in a bit so that you will understand how to go about doing this. And ask them to rate each standard. So for example, first impression, ask their members, are guests greeted warmly? Then they will put a rating. Either, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, right? We never meet, so on and so forth. So this is a kind of a survey you're taking from each one of them. When we do the MOT slides, I will explain more to you on how we are supposed to do it. Now, one impressive practice which I see is, of course, this is the third page of the form, having an e-handout of the form. Now, what is an e-handout? Is a soft copy of the document. Now, you can either give them the PDF version of the document for them to fill on their mobile, or give them a Google form link. Now, you can also do it on Slido or Mentimeter, but it is going to be paid. For this tonight's activity, I have created a Google form, so all of you can scan this QR code, and Toastmaster Manjari, if you can put it in the chat box, the link, the same link which has been put in, so that all of you can access the Moment of Truth handout document. I hope everyone is able to access it. You will see a gentleman in a blue, this thing. I hope everyone's getting it. You can say yes.
Yeah, I posted it on the chat box.
Disable.
Lovely, lovely. And when you open the document, you'll see the blue color form perhaps. Yeah. Just let me know if any issues crop up so that we can take necessary action. All right. Is everyone having the access? I would love to see a yes or no, please. Has everyone managed to open the form, especially the area directors? Lovely. Timer has given the go ahead. Awesome. So now keep them open. We'll go through them. Now, this is how you will actually start. All right. Let us now review the slides. Okay, area directors, this is it. This is it. This is where we start the actual moments of truth. All right. In the main slide, you will see. We'll be sharing this document also with each and every area director, or in fact, every attendee who has come here today. It's called the Moments of Truth presentation file. It's part of the Successful Club series. You can modify this first page to include your name, which area you belong to, and the date on which you are going to conduct this particular training. I hope everything is clear. Yeah. Right. Now, this is a slide which is not there in the original document, but I want each and every one of you to add this. And that is the mission and core value. Now, I think we should, I don't know, maybe we should write to TI or make it a standard that any presentation we begin in Toastmasters must carry this slide. At least this information. And let us make it a mission amongst ourselves to make sure that we include this slide. Because even though we know these things by heart, but it's always good to remember and recall. Plus, we might have new members who also need to be reminded that this is why we are here. You talk about the Toastmasters International mission, you talk about the district mission, the club mission. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And important thing, highlight the core values: integrity, respect, service, excellence. Please make sure that you have this slide, especially in your moments of presentation. Another slide, which optional, but you can put it, is called the Distinguished Club Program Goals. Because you're delivering this program, this presentation at the club level, it becomes a good idea to remind the club that this is what you're, this is what you're targeting for, right? So make sure that they are aware of all these elements. That is the qualifying requirements, what are each of the goals, the 10 of them, and what are the membership requirements, so on and so forth. And of course, as you're all aware, Smedley Distinguished Club, I hope each and everyone is going to target for that, because by God, it's possible. Right. Once you cover this slide up, you can, of course, you can have your own icebreaker if you want, and then move on to the moment of truth. So something similar to what I had begun with each and every one of you. I showed the two photos. You can, in fact, do something like have two people come up and, enact a small skit of sorts, so to make it more engaging with members. You can visit the first club member and say, okay, you're a member, and, this, don't even welcome them or something. But the second club member, you welcome them with a smile and all. So this sort of engagement works, especially at the club level, which you can use to engage your members right at the get-go. All right. Then you talk about the concept of the moments of truth. Now, this is a moment of truth in the context of Toastmasters. Maybe if you search in Google moments of truth, you might get up something else. But this particular definition or this particular statement is a moments of truth explained for the context of Toastmasters. So please mention all these things. Remember, when you talk about moments of truth, we are not here to judge anybody. We are not here to audit or, be on someone's back. This is to elevate their club experience. So make sure that their experience when you're going through the moments of truth is also a positive one. Now, the next point which will come is the moments of truth. Now, these are 6 areas which Toastmasters International identify that either make a club or break a club. You either shine by doing these things right, or you stumble by not doing these things right. All right. Now, these collectively are called as moments of truth. Okay. So when a guest walks in, that's a moment. How they are treated, how they receive feedback, all that goes towards a moment. All right. So there are, and if you go through the Google form which you might have opened up, each one of you, you will see that there are various, you'll go through section 1, section 2. So we'll just go through that one by one as we go along with this slide. All right. Let us make sure that we review each and every standard. Okay. Don't skip anything. It's not like choose 2 out of 6. No. All 6 have to be evaluated and all 6 have to be discussed. All right. So make sure area directors, all 6 areas are covered. Right. Let's talk about first impression. Now, first impressions, we already saw that, right? The moment a guest walks in, how warmly are they greeted? Okay. Now, most of you are on section 2, right? It's called first impressions on your Google form. Now, I want you to think about your own club. Okay. Just think about your own club. Okay. Imagine that you're part of your own club and you now have to rate based on those qualifying criteria is given, that we follow the standard or we don't follow the standard. There's a rating bar given, right, everywhere. So just as I go through each statement, just rate, is my club doing it or not? Now, I know you've been asked to put your name in that Google form. Don't worry, I'll hide it. Of course, we won't know who voted what. When I show you the results, you will see the difference. When you create your own Google form, you can skip out the names if you want. But personally, I would keep it. All right, just for records purpose. Now, first impressions. Go through each one of them. Are guests treated warmly, introduced to club officers? Are the guests introduced to the members properly? Is the guest book and name tags provided? Now, name tags, sometimes guests, have this thing that, they don't want to talk immediately. So you put a name tag. Is the meeting room professionally arranged? Is the meeting location convenient? And at the end of the session, are the guests invited to address the club, right? And maybe at the beginning and at the end, at the beginning, welcoming them. Many clubs do that. And of course, at the end, are the guests invited to join? So make sure that you please rate each one of them, right? Think from your club's perspective, is your club doing it or not? I would love to have all of you participate so that we can collectively see a bulk of results and we can see how it turns out. All right. Now,
Toastmaster Sudhir, can you please check with the audience whether they are able to access the Google Sheet and whether it is working?
yes, just wanted to reconfirm that. Is anyone having any issues with accessing this particular link or Google Sheet that has been shared?
Yeah, Google Form is not going to next step. It's
Correct.
stuck on
Correct.
the first stage.
First sheet, because and also it coming in Arabic and it never changes the language.
Okay, that's I think your Google setting, because your browser setting perhaps. Can you open it on the browser or on your mobile perhaps? Can you open it on your mobile?
I tried in my mobile, but it is not working. But let me check in the browser.
Okay, give me a
First page
moment.
is okay. The second page it is not moving.
Okay.
It's mentioning that your progress is stored. That's it. We are not able to move the
Go to
second
the second page, yeah.
Next is
Okay,
not
just give me one moment. I'll just stop the presentation. Maybe if it's a settings issue. Can we please
Yeah, I
pause the
think so.
presentation for a moment?
Because there are 8 forms are available. It can be.
Even if they are? Yeah. Okay, so now the recording is
Sorry
in
to
progress.
interrupt, Mr. Sudhir. You are on the second slide on the membership orientation.
Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Thank you.
The membership orientation, and this is, in fact, this is one point which I kind of wanted to highlight, and I failed mentioning before I began my slide. So make sure that your this is only for the club members. So coming to membership orientation again, you inquire with the members. Have you been assigned a mentor? Have you got a thorough understanding of the education program? How is the recognition program in your how is the recognition system in your club? Are you recognized for your achievement? Learning needs assessed. Now, learning needs are something like, why are you in Toastmasters? Maybe some people say that, oh, I'm just here to be a better speaker. But some might say, I want to be a better presenter. So when you talk with them, you can, the VP education and the mentors can advise that, oh, why don't you go for presentation mastery, right? So all of this falls under learning assessment. In fact, this is one part of something of the learning assessment side. Then whether you discuss the accommodation for members with disability. Now, this is something that, of course, it is primarily in Western countries, but this is very much an important thing. How, if you have a member with disability, how well do you make the club accessible for them? Maybe Does the venue have a ramp? Simple things that how comfortable are you making it for them? Because ultimately that's a member. That's part of your Toastmasters family too, right? Then how are the speaking roles assigned? How is the membership involvement in club activity? So make sure in the section for membership orientation, you rate for your club against each of the area, right? So if that's okay, I'll be going into the next area. The next area is called fellowship, variety, and communication. A simple thing that whether guests are greeted warmly, it's back to the guest again, because this is ultimately about the member, isn't it? Are the meetings enjoyable, friendly, educational, something worth value? What's in it for me? Do they have social events? Sometimes some clubs have these things like, get-togethers and though parties and everything. So does your club have that? How is the participation in area, district, and international events? And when I say international events, it of course, primarily, of course, means the international convention. How many members from your club visit the international convention? Inter-club events, maybe inter-club would be something like a joint meeting between two clubs. Do you regularly have that? Club newsletters, your website, how is it updated? Is it updated regularly, or do you have them or not? So all these things, please assess in the next coming slide. Now make sure that at this point, you also, as a facilitator of this, you also inquire with the members. Some of them may be new members who might have a question in between. Feel free to take that. Because again, now what I'm speaking to is an audience perhaps with a bit of an understanding of how Toastmasters works. But sometimes in a club environment, you might have a person who's just been 2 weeks or 2 months into Toastmasters, right? So make sure that you ask them any questions, right? Now, the next slide is about program planning and meeting organization. Under this, how well in advance your agenda is published. Many clubs have this habit, right? 2 days before or even day of the meeting, right? But how comfortable would you be as a member if the agenda is given 1 week in advance? Very comfortable, am I right? This will help you plan your meeting. It will help you plan your schedule. This will help you even plan your speeches and complete towards, your Toastmasters journey. Members, how prepared are members to carry out the program assignment? This comes with proper orientation as well. This comes with proper engagement of your members. Make sure all the projects are from Pathways, not from the old system. Of course, the CCCL, we know that nobody uses that anymore, but no, everybody must provide their speeches from the Pathways project speeches only. Meetings begin and end on time, very important. Table topics. Are your table topics creative? Do they add value? Do they add to the fun and frolic? Are there any other different activities, like maybe a round robin, or some small activity here and there? And how are the evaluations carried out? Are they helpful and positive? Now, this would vary member to member, but imagine you are the member and you say, how is my club at giving evaluations for its members? So address all these and give your rating based on these. Moving on. Now we talk about membership strength. Important thing. Does your club have 20 or more members? Now, this is one very important area, right? So rank accordingly. How are your members retained? How many members you see last year are still there in this year as well? Or imagine you visited 6 months before, and now you're visiting after 6 months, completely new faces. Am I in the same club? You would wonder. So that how many members, familiar faces you still see, how many old members are retained, that will be, this point will be evaluated. How is the promotion in the club's organization and community? How are they doing community activities? Are your club programs varied and exciting? Maybe you have special meeting, like some clubs in the Filipino clubs had a Halloween meeting. The other clubs had a Christmas themed meeting, and so on. So you see, they might keep a tall tales contest. So how are the programs being kept in your club? How are new Toastmasters sponsoring new members? How are they recognized? Whenever somebody invites a new member on board to the club, the person who sponsors them, are they recognized? Very important, because you'll celebrate the member, but maybe not the person who brought that member, right? And how are your membership building programs? Do you have open houses regularly? Do you have, a joint meeting for beat the clock, everything? So membership is primarily important, right? So please evaluate based on this. And if you've done that, I'll move on to the next slide. That is achievement recognition. How, the moment somebody finishes an level, how soon does your VP education apply? That is very important, because imagine you finish a level and your VP education forgets, and after 6 months you get, oh, you finished level 1. You would be disinterested as a member, right? So make sure that you highlight this point. How immediately are your awards applications submitted? Do you have a progress chart? Now, we have this thing, we have many Excel sheets and all, and clubs have this magnificent theme where they put an A3 chart, like which member is progressing where, which path are they on. So everyone kind of gets an idea, oh, this person is doing engaging humor, this person doing this. Next is how are member achievements recognized? Maybe when they get it, maybe do they get a ribbon? Do they get a certificate? Or do they get a flyer and social media? All these things have to be seen. How are district, club, and club, district, and international leaders recognized when they visit your club? How much importance are they given? How are your club members recognized? Maybe your club member got a promotion. How do you recognize that? Then their achievements, as we just covered. Then the DCP, how is it used for planning and recognition? The Distinguished Club Program is a very important tool that helps you measure how well your club is doing and how well your club is progressing, right? It's a very good measurement tool and an indicator. Now, we've covered all these 6, right? At the end, you ask them, now we will conduct the evaluation. If you're doing it by group, you can ask each one of the group to give their form handouts and discuss each MOT one by one. If you don't have enough members, like 30 odd members, and if you have, say, 12 members or something, you can ask all of them to evaluate everything and get feedback at random from a few people if time permits. So talk about it with them. Ask them questions. When they talk about it with you, you ask these questions back to them. Now, this is where you facilitate a discussion. Suppose somebody says, at one point, like our meetings don't start on time. Then you immediately facilitate. Now this is the trick, okay, which I'm going to. Don't give solution. Let the club members come out with their solution. So instead of saying, if somebody says the point, our club meetings don't begin on time. Instead of saying, oh, then you need to make sure that everyone does this. No. ask the club member, how do you think you can do that? How do you think you can begin on time? Let them brainstorm. Let them come out with solution. And the moment they come out with solutions, put that on the flip chart and mark them. This is how you engage them. This is how the club members come out with their own solution. Your job is to make them think. That is the most important part which you will be doing. And if you're not heading somewhere, then you come out with solution. But the idea here is let the club members come up with their solution. This is very, very important. Offer your support. Say that I'm with you. I'm your area director. I'm with you. Let's do this together. Let us use the best practices. There will be a document which I'll be sharing, of course, throughout all this, which will have the best practices in case something goes wrong. How to begin on time, how to end on time. All right. So please make sure that each and every one is engaged. Now, this is your important slide. This is where you will be also showing the results to each and every one. I will, of course, come to the results part a bit later because it's a shared slide. So everyone, we'll see how everyone voted and you'll get an idea. But at the end, after you show them the slide and show them the presentation, you need to inform them. You will never get a second chance to make a first impression. Always remember this. This is, anytime a club member walks into your club, that's it. You got one chance, one opportunity. Oh my God, I'm now singing an 8 Mile Eminem song here. My bad. But the important thing is one chance, one opportunity, right? And that can either create a member or destroy a member. So make sure that when you talk to them about moments of truth, you emphasize on why it's important. And the best clubs become distinguished when they adhere to these moments of truth and the club best practices. And this is where you end the session and carry. Make sure that for this session, you give yourself enough time. So minimum 45 minutes to 1 hour. Don't just say that I'll have a 15-minute session for moments of truth. No. Minimum 45 minutes because some clubs have a very limited time. 1 hour is ideal. Ideal. You'll get a lot done. Make sure that the club members are also aware of this when you plan this. This is the best possible outcome when you have these moments of truth meeting. So, during the session, make sure that you address the club's question, their needs and concerns. Best practices. Now, if your club might be doing something amazing, right? Highlight that. Maybe, something which somebody might say that, you know what, our club, ask the club, okay, what do you do great? You might even observe that. You might see a club which has displayed their ribbons, Speak about that. Wow, what a club. You've got so many accolades. Acknowledge these best practices. Have a few. Mention that. Put it on the flip chart. Because, we all love the sandwich evaluation technique, right? The good, better, best, like that. So, points of improvement and the best thing. Again, remind the club members on the importance of the club success plan. I cannot stress enough on this. This is very important. Club success plan is an everything document now. Okay, make sure everyone is aware and guide the discussion gently. Don't be a forceful figure because they might see you as aggressive and why is he attacking us? Why is she attacking us? Be gentle. Remember, these members are also here to learn. They haven't achieved a PhD. They are not DTMs or something. So be gentle with them. Make sure that they are talked with empathy because empathy is the language of Toastmasters. Remember that. So this you need to do during the session. What happens after is important. You need to fill the area director's club visit report. I'll be guiding you through that as well. A small thank you email to the club ExCom. This goes a long way into keeping relationships and bonds tight. Thank them for the opportunity and the wonderful experience. I'm sure most of you will have a wonderful experience, 99.9%. And then share a one-page summary of what you collected on the flip chart. Okay? Summarize it, especially talk about the great point, and points for improvement can also follow. Like our evaluation technique, right? And follow up regularly. Don't just leave it like, okay, I've done the session, see you after 6 months. No. Be with them, engage with them. Hey, we had a discussion. How are you doing with this? How are you doing with that? Hope you're following your CSP, the club success plan. Well, follow up. This will go a long way into creating a positive environment. Now, the area director's club visit report, a very important thing. Now, an area director's club visit report is a tool based on the MOT, that is the moments of truth. Now, it is a requirement for all area directors to, as we said, at least 2 visits, right? So your first visit should be before November 30th. This is the deadline. So please don't wait for November 30th, by the way. The second visit is from December 1 to May 31. So you don't say that, oh, I'll conduct both my visits on November 5. No, that doesn't work like that. First visit before November 30th, the second visit before May 31. And important thing is your area meets the qualifying requirement of the distinguished area program if you submit 75% of your area's club by the deadline. Okay, so this is very important. So what I'll now be doing, I'll just share with you the area director's club visit report, how the form looks. Give me a moment, sorry. Oh, my bad. Oh, sorry. I'll just share the screen. One moment, please. Okay. Are you all able to see the area director's club visit report form? Thumbs up or yes? No?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
1 second. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. How about now? Is it
Yes.
visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Perfect.
it's clear.
So, anytime you visit a club, okay, first and foremost, area directors. Now, this is specifically for area directors, but Club ExCom can also go through it so that A, you're prepared to become an area director in the future, right? So, as you see, the area director's club visit report is primarily based on the moments of truth. Okay, so all these assessments will cover these 6 areas as well. Okay, as we have highlighted. We just went through them right now. You'll be asked question, how well did the club exemplify the qualities of first impression? Now you're aware, right? What are the first impressions covering? Isn't it? Because we've covered that. So you need to write a report that on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, you rate them and then you give a suggestion. How can you help the club improve? Because sometimes you'll always have suggestions, and this is where you're kind of very empathetic, but you also have to be balanced in your view. You cannot be too aggressive and too critical, but keep a very balanced view when you want to give your suggestion. These questions will all be there. You know, how well did the club apply the quality? So this is a report based on your interaction during the moments of truth. So you see, you had a good pre-meeting setup. where you understood the club, and during the moments of truth, you got more insight. Using these two things, now you are able to fill up this particular form and making sure that everything is well answered. It all covers. Now, like, do they have any events planned? Remember, there was one point about the events. Do they have an open house, speechcraft, speakathon, any other event, right? Who are your future leaders, future district leaders? You can make the point here as well. All right, so this is your director's report. Now, this report is not to be filled in the PDF file, it has to be submitted online. This you will have the access to once you accept your go to the district central. You will probably you will get the link for submitting the area director's visit. All these questions are there. So to prepare yourselves, you can answer these questions in the PDF file first, and then once you're ready, you can transfer it online in one go. So it becomes very easy and convenient for you to do it. And even though the qualifying criteria is 75%, it is highly recommended that you have 100% club visitor. Don't imagine you're for 4 clubs. Why are you only visiting 3? What happened? What did the 4th club do wrong to you? It's still part of your family, isn't it? So make sure that you do it for all 4 clubs. Or rather, all clubs. Some of you might have 5 clubs in going ahead. All right. Now, this is what we do. Now, let us look at the results of the MOT exercise which it carried. Oh, I had got only 5 responses, it seems. Oh, okay. Some of you didn't submit or. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. So I'm sure most of you will fill. So this is how you'll get the chart. All right. Is everyone able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, lovely. So when we got only 5 responses. Well, we hope to have more, but then at least something is better than nothing here. You see, some people have rated, right? Like maybe guests greeted warmly. This is in the pink, right? So you can see what was this rating for. We have always the standard, okay? So guests are greeted warmly, okay? We always meet the standard, yeah? We usually meet the standard. Maybe one member said, okay, we usually do this. Meeting location, is it convenient? It's fine. So you'll get a lot of insights when you give this, and you can present this to the club, how the members voted. All right. You can start, if you're taking the names out, you can directly start from this particular section going ahead. So anything which is rated low, that, you see a blue icon here, we never have this. What is this? Discuss accommodations for members with disability. Maybe what if you get a member who, a future guest who might have a disability, so you need to cater for them, right? So pay attention to the blue, the reds, where you rarely meet the standard. The yellows, what is this? Meeting start on time, end on time. There are 3 responses which say that meetings, we sometimes meet this. So it is an issue to be highlighted. What is this? Toastmasters new member. Promotion of club within the community or the organization. We never meet the standard. So it's something that if a member says, that has to be highlighted and talked. Anything under 3, you have to discuss. So this is very important. 1 and 2 are areas of concern which you have to work on. All right. And what is the cause of this challenge? Meeting on time. So now you're asking this question to them. What can be done to address it? Right? So members can plan ahead. We can, some issues, like we need to conduct more open house for particular actions. Now, these are suggestions that are being given, which you can be freely. But the important thing is, what is the feedback statistically? So you'll get an idea, the pulse of how your members vote. So coming back, we now talked about the AD visit report, which is very important. In conclusion, empower your clubs. Don't just evaluate them for the sake of evaluating them. Make sure that the facilitation is an honest reflection of everything. Because you're there to improve the club standards, not just to satisfy somebody, right? So make sure that it's an honest reflection. Use the MOD to guide and not to grade. Don't say, oh, this is club so and so is number 1, this is number 2. No, we are not here to do that. Every club is different. We are here to guide and develop clubs. Submit your club visit report on time. This is for the area directors. Please make sure you do it. And follow up with action, like the call to action. Make sure that even after the speech is done, you go through and live your message. Don't just talk about it, right? So make sure all these things are done. That winds up our session, and if now our host, Q&A host, Vijay Kumaran, if you can facilitate that.
Yeah, thank
we are
you.
all ears.
Sudhir. Thank you, Sudhir, for this wonderful presentation. Yes, I will also like to request the attendees to put on their questions. We have Hissa, Toastmaster Hissa has asked a question.
Yes.
Are we going to upload the first and second reports for all clubs at same time, or every time we made a visit, we can upload it? This is a question.
The best thing to do is every time you do a visit, upload it. Now, there are 2 visits, right? There are 2 visits per club. One is before November 30th, one is before May 31st. But the first round is up to November 30th. So you need to visit all your clubs before the first round is over. That is November 30th. So as soon as you finish your visit, say for example, September 1, you will finish visiting club number 1. After everything is done, make sure you log it in. Don't wait for all 4 clubs to be done, then you log in, because who knows, later on you might not find the time. So the moment you're done with club number 1, log it in. So you will immediately get the credit as well. And this avoids last moment issues, because on November 30th and on May 31st, there's a lot of heavy load in this particular system. So you may or may not be able to submit it on time. So make sure you do it well in advance, well before the deadline. I hope that answers your question.
Toastmaster Hissa, can you please confirm? Give a thumbs up.
He just replied in the chat. It's clear now.
Thank you.
Between there is still no questions asked, but I have
All right.
some question as an audience member.
Sure.
Yes. The first question is where we can get the access to the past area director reports from TI dashboard.
Usually the best thing to do is to avoid access issues, because sometimes like access issues are aplenty. What we usually encourage is approach the previous year's area director. All right, because they definitely get it over email. All right, they get a copy of the report on the email, and anybody who is an area director and giving the handover as well, giving a handover of their area to the new person. Now, most of your new area directors, you can best is to approach the previous area director and ask them, can you please give me the reports? Short and sweet. And what happens then is you also form a bond with that area director. You talk with them. I'm not exactly aware where to go to navigate because I don't have the district access yet. Maybe there is a way. But even if you have, I still would recommend you to get in touch with the previous year's area director. You can even ask questions, you can share a lot rather than just downloading a report and, why did he write this? Why did she write this? Like that. So just to be a bit more personal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir.
Yes,
One more
sir.
question. Is there any common questionnaire interview to ask the past members and officers before the visit or during the day of the visit?
There is no fixed questions as such. This all depends on the nature of the club, the dynamics of the club, the demographics of the club. Now, for example, if I take a club which is having no membership related issues, right? If a club I know is doing well in terms of membership, I will ask them questions that, oh, how are you retaining your members, right? But if I see a club which is not doing that well, I'll change the question to how are you conducting your membership building activity? So every club will have a different question set. So it's for me as an area director, I want to base my questions on the MOT because eventually, if I'm the area director personally, I want to get some input so that I can do my MOT successfully. So the questions will be based on MOT, but will be tailored to the club which I'm attending. Different clubs have different situations. So try not to follow one because you might ask standard questions to one club which is doing extremely well and you might not get anything out of it. So try to challenge yourself and come up with better questions one by one. And you will get it. Once you're the area director, you will surely get those questions.
Thank you. There's another question. Is there a standard MOT presentation? Because you said we have to add the mission and values and the new DCP goals slides before the presentation. So is there a standard MOT presentation available in the Toastmasters website that we can download and where?
Yes. It is available on the Toastmasters website. And of course, we'll be emailing it. I'll be emailing all the resource documents which we have. I'll be combining it as a zip file and sharing it with all of you who have attended, of course. And I'll be sharing it with our TLI chair, who will be, of course, communicating it to the members who have attended, so that, there's an ease of facilitation there. And of course, the moments of truth presentation will be one of the documents.
Thank you.
Any clarification, any points, anything which you might feel like, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes.
Sudhir,
Yes.
okay.
I have one question.
Sudhir, good evening.
Sorry.
Sir, let's first go with Bullard and then next. Bullard, sir, you can go.
Sir, you can go.
Yeah, Sudhir, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. So just an observation. This word disability is still exists in TMI, this MOT Award form. To my knowledge, this word is replaced long back with people with special need. If it still exists, I wonder why.
I have. Sorry, I'm getting an echo. Yeah. Anyway, I will try and check it properly because based on the content which I had received, I saw the word disability. But let me check if maybe if it's one of the old sources which I have used, or I just want to clarify with it. Fair point, because we need to be correct when we address these things. However, it's based on the reference document which I had used. But again, let me go back and see if there is indeed an update to what I have. Thank you for pointing that out. Sorry, Mr. Villa sir, I cannot hear you. You're on mute. You're still on mute, I believe. Yes, you're unmuted.
Yeah. So even if you go to Hamad Medical Corporation, you don't see this word now.
Okay.
It's everywhere. It is totally replaced. This is one observation. The second one, meeting start on time and meeting end on time. See, Sudhir, you are an old Toastmaster. I'm an old Toastmaster. 99%, I have no hesitation in saying so. 99% club, they don't end the meeting in time. And nobody has found a solution to this till now. I wonder why we are not, so we are saying it always, but why we are not following it till now. Kumran, how many years our Indian club? 20 plus, no?
Yes, sir.
20 plus years.
But I can answer this question actually as an event planner.
No,
Sir, if you can help, it would be great. I can answer this. It is responsibility of the member who is speaking at that time to ensure within the time given to. Okay, and also member of the meeting should play a vital role showing red card when that time violates.
Kumaran sir, it is an echo sound. Kumaran sir, we are hearing the echo sound. Either your both equipments are on or something is going on.
It is Mr. Bullet sir has kept this thing. So the thing is that the timer of that particular meeting. Bullet sir, can you mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. The timer of that particular meeting should ensure to point out each segment's time, not only the evaluation and the prepared speeches and this thing. The entire session has to be timed, and whenever a speaker is speaking, he should ensure that the speaker is speaking within the time, and also the speaker, whoever is speaking on the dais on that day, should ensure to speak within the timeline and manage the time, for the others. So that is what normally doesn't happen. That has to be exclusively told to people or educated to people, then this routine will change. Because in any events happening in large scale, when you see, there will be a show caller, there is a person appointed as a show caller who will stop people when they are talking too much or doing things on the stage and pull them out and make sure the other person is ready to be accommodated, and he will specifically instruct that person to speak within that time frame which is available to make sure the event finishes on time. So this is the same routine people have to follow. So it is we all have to stay together. Everyone, the member, whoever is speaking, and the role players all together have to stay together to make sure the meeting finishes on time.
Kumaran, one point to add in this, mostly the longer time is taken by the senior Toastmasters. This is my observation.
That's the thing, sir. That member, whoever is speaking, should make sure that he is speaking within the time. So because that's the thing. When he is given only 2 to 3 minutes, then he has to speak, and the timer who is present in that meeting should warn him with a red card. Should time. So every speech, whatever is done, should be timed, and the timer has to warn them, and the member, whoever is speaking, learns from it. Yeah.
Kumaran sir, there are two questions.
See, I think, Kumran, I got your point, and I think this should be taken up at district level, and a presentation on this should be given at a group level so that everybody knows that what is the value of their time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Pardon me for saying so.
We have another question. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Sorry, sir. I said, pardon me for saying so. But this has to be practiced. Just by saying that we should do this will not happen. We have to practice it.
Yes, sir.
Noted, sir.
Now we have from Toastmaster Iman, what is the procedure if the club does not hold meetings?
Well, to conduct the moments of truth, you need to ensure that the meetings are held, right? That is the first important thing. So then, as an area director, your first job would be to make sure that you hold a meeting. Make sure that the meetings are held. You gather everyone, you gather your members, gather the previous members, and once you begin meeting number 1, meeting number 2, then slowly and steadily you'll get an idea, okay, you're progressing towards meeting 3, meeting 4. Then you hold a moments of truth where you stand. And then from that point onwards, after the second or third or fourth meeting, you work on those points which you give as an area director. But as an area director, this is even before the moments of truth. You first need to ensure that your clubs are stable and continuing. If you're having no meetings, then I'm sure that's the club group director who will definitely swing into action and take care of it.
Thank you,
See,
Toastmaster.
Sudhir, I
There's
will
one more
add one
area director. That's me.
excuse me, Sudhir, I just want to add one more point in this. See, sometimes what happens, the club, they don't find the members and then they try to skip the meetings. My suggestion, and which I did personally also, even you have 7 members, you have a meeting. Doesn't matter you have only 1 speaker or 2 speaker, you have table topic or you don't have table topic. Even you have 6 or 7 members, you must have a meeting. That should be the purpose of having a Toastmaster club. Otherwise, why you have a club? Just to put in the mistake that yes, we have so many clubs. We have 100 plus clubs. No, that doesn't make any sense. To me, if you have 7 members, 6 members, with the 6 member, you have a meeting.
You're right, sir. Toastmaster, here we have another question from Jijit. Can we have a confluence meeting between clubs for MOT, or should it be done individually?
It should be done individually. You cannot have two this thing. It's like saying, that can I bring my, can I, like you cannot compare 2 families, right? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you cannot compare 2 families. You cannot compare your, sorry, anybody? Maybe you can mute them, I think. Yeah. So you cannot have 2 members, right? Like 2 families. Basically, you cannot evaluate your immediate family, plus you cannot evaluate your in-laws. So, it's kind of like 2 different sets of things. So 2 different clubs, which have their own different unique identities. So it's always best to conduct the moments of truth separately, because you're also respecting that club. When you give them that individual attention, that individual space, and the members feel more comfortable sharing something in an environment that is known to them, rather than if there are 2 club members, like 2 clubs of members, members from 2 clubs, they might feel hesitant to share that, oh, our club is not doing this well. Why should we say anything? Let us say 5-5-5 for everything, So you will not get the actual output as required. So it's better one at a time. That's the best way to go about doing it. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, Sudhir. I have another question also.
Yes.
What role should the ExCom play after this session, after the MOT session, to ensure changes actually happen?
Now, this is the accountability part of the ExCom. Now, after you make notes of everything on the flip chart, you, of course, talk about the areas of improvement, or rather where things need to be done. Now, It depends on which area it is, right? Like, for example, if membership retention is a problem, then VP membership is the person who needs to take care. If guests aren't welcomed when they visit the club, it's either the sergeant at arms or the club president, who I might add, who needs to set the precedent, right? Similarly, if there is no club newsletter for a long time, the VPPR. So based on the point that is a shortcoming which has been discussed, the relevant committee member needs to, the ExCom member needs to do it. That being said, it is the responsibility of all ExCom members to collectively help each other in making. For example, if there is no problem with the treasurer, what will the treasurer say? Okay, no, not my problem. You go handle this. No, the treasurer can also chip in. They can help. Okay, what's up? Because this is what we are here in Toastmasters for, right? So making sure that ExCom, all 7 ExCom members, of course, including the immediate past president, if available, chip in and make the club sustainable together. No matter, even if it's one point related to, say, welcoming guests, or to that point about having no newsletter. So everyone is equally accountable, because in the end, you are all working for your members. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much. I have another 2 questions. One is from to Toastmaster Samir. Can we use the Google form for conducting actual MOT?
Yes, that was the point of it, to show you that how the actual handout can be transferred onto a MOT form on Google. You can make it, you can customize it to your need. The beautiful thing which I found about this customized form is that it enables you to keep a record of the MOTs that you have done. So at any point, because it's your form that you have developed, you can access it, you can review it, and you can remember, oh, I need to work on this point. So this gives you access at your fingertips. So I encourage you to use this Google form. It's free, and you can customize it in the right way as best as possible, and you can share the results as well.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir. One final question. How often should a club revisit the MOT exercise in a Toastmasters year?
Ideally, on both the visits. I would definitely recommend on both the visits. There are 2 visits which an area director has to do. So I would definitely tell them both the visits do an MOT. Because your club, say in the month of July or August, versus your club somewhere in January or February, you should be in a different place, hopefully for the positive, right? So you need to show that progress has been made. And you need, as a club, you need to show that to the area and to the district and to the division that, hey, here we are making efforts. The area director needs to feel validated in knowing that his efforts are also paying off, or rather his or her efforts are paying off. So it's an all-round activity. Best to have it both the times. And sometimes, I mean, in rare cases, you might have the third MOT even closer to the year end, just as it. Now, what purpose will that serve? This will serve as a good input for the next incoming ExCom for the following year. But if you have the means and resources to do it, but definitely 2. That would be ideal to, if you want to keep continually improving yourself as a club.
Thank you, Sudhir. One more question from
Sure.
Master Isa. How about clubs who conduct their meetings online? Can they be same? Can they have the same MOT, or some areas might be difficult to rate? So she's talking about the online clubs, and
Yes.
what some of the areas she may find it difficult. That's it.
Yes. So now these things will, of course, happen for online clubs. Some clubs may be that guests are not physically welcome, for example. But anytime a guest comes in as a visitor online, they can be welcome. So try to find out alternatives in what way can the experience of an online meeting can be done in an alternative way. But if there is absolutely nothing, say something which demands a physical presence or something but cannot be done, then that point can be skipped altogether. Because if there is one point which you cannot evaluate at all, it's not relevant, it's not applicable, then you cannot evaluate. But you try to find out if there is an alternative way to make this work, if possible. That's the only thing we can do. Do you have an
Thank you.
example, Toastmaster Hissa, just in case you want more clarity on this? Any examples?
No.
No, okay.
Okay, I have for the last final one. I have one Toastmaster who is having a bit difficulties on typing. I believe I didn't receive his questions, so he has complained. So I give him the opportunity to speak. Division B 2025. Can you please come over the mic and ask your question, please? Division B 2025. Hello.
They're muted also.
Yeah. I don't know. Hello.
Yeah. I think you're okay.
Hello. Sir, you are unmuted. You can speak. Division B 2025. I don't know who you are. You didn't rename yourself. Okay, sir. I have another question also in the meantime.
Sure.
Yes. If AD members in a club in his area can he present MOT in his club?
Yes, he can, because the area director would ideally be evaluating the XCOM of that club. Now, area directors, as far as what we know, I don't think our area directors have taken up a club presidency as a dual responsibility. So what will happen is the area director will assess the club through the moments of truth for the club XCOM. And so the area director must remain neutral. Even if this is the club president they were from the previous year, they must change their hat and put on a neutral hat as if they are evaluating a neutral club. This is very important because imagine it is your club and you want to make sure that your club grows. This is the best chance for you as an area director to explain to your rather existing club that, hey, this is what we can do. And in fact, you would have lots more knowledge as a previous, rather an existing club member to highlight points which you need to work on. So please go ahead and do it. In fact, it's a very good opportunity as an area director to work on your own club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhir, for the time for giving answering all these questions. Thank you, all the Toastmasters, for putting up all your questions and making my session great. Now I hand over back the session to our division director.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this
Thank you,
opportunity.
sir. Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kumaran, and thank you very much for the wonderful session. Let's give a big round of applause to our trainer, Toastmaster Sudhir Gujar. Sir, I am sure that every one of us has really learned so many things from your presentation. Though we have done this role earlier, maybe myself, Manjiri, Kumaran sir, we all have done this role earlier as an area director. But today we came to know something more. And that's the beauty of this. We learn every time. So I was always thinking that we should have such brainstorming sessions, and we have started this way. So very much thankful and grateful for you giving your time and energy and putting a lot of efforts for creating that wonderful training. presentation. So once again, I request all of you to unmute yourself and thank our trainer, Toastmaster Sudhir Gujar with a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sure
I'm
that
sure that
even if we are
even if
not,
we are not,
am I echoing?
am I echoing?
Buller sir,
Yes,
Buller
yes.
sir,
please.
can you please?
So I would like to acknowledge the presence of District 116 Club Growth Director Iman Salame, Distinguished Toastmaster with us. She is here with us from starting of the meeting and she is still with us. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And you motivated us to conduct more and more training sessions for our division members, club members, our district members. So thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to hear few words from you. And later on, I will conclude the training session and will adjourn the meeting, ma'am.
Yes,
Over to
thank
you.
you, our distinguished Toastmaster Ajaya, our Division B director, and all her area directors and her heroes in Division B. Good evening, the bees. I remember always Division B, they call themselves the bees. Is it still the same name or you change it?
Yeah, the same.
Okay. Good evening, the bees. Actually, I'm
Good
very
evening.
happy that to have the first session of the training of Division B about the moment of the truth. Really, it's really important that to guide our area directors how to connect this important session. This is the beginning, the moment of the truth. It shows us how we are strong and how we can improve our clubs for the next level. It's very important to start with the moment of the truth to understand what we have the strength and our weakness and how we can solve the problems from beginning. I really appreciate Toastmaster Sudhir Gujar for his lovely session and he go for the all the details, very important. He covered everything to the area directors and the XCOM and members and XCOM, club XCOM. Really, it's very important. I want to remind area directors that it's very important to do the visit twice in the year, as the trainer mentioned, because if you are not visiting the club's informal visit, area director visit, you will not be qualified for your distinguished program for your area. So it's very important that go connect with your people, connect with your XCOM, be part of them, talk to them, feel that you are not a leader, you are part of them. It's very important that to connect with them and face their challenge and make them strong, advise them. It's very important that this is the power we have in Toastmaster: communication, then leadership, then we can go with teamwork to succeed. All the best, Division B, the Bs, all the best for you. And this is the biggest, strong beginning. All the best for you. Back to you, our Division B director.
Thank you, ma'am, for that wonderful and motivating words. Actually, I think that whoever is in the meeting room who has not done this role but now are interested to go as an area director next year and should try to get this role and learn from this role. I'm very much sure that many new members in the meeting room, maybe Sagar or maybe Toastmaster Amrut, they are now eagerly waiting that let me take this role next year. So this is the way we are not only learning, we are trying to make the leaders out of these learnings. So all the best to all of you for joining and thank you very much. Gratitude from all of us, Division BXCOM, to all of you for joining us. And I would like to thank once again our trainer, Toastmaster Sudhir Gujar. We will be having more and more such sessions for our members and for all the district members, whoever is interested, they can join us. We are planning to have some physical trainings also on different series of the topics. We will be coming out with our TLI training calendar and we will be publishing it soon. So I request all of you to publicize this so that each and every member of District 116 should get benefit out of this training session. So our only motto behind organizing these trainings that our member should be well versed with whichever role or whatever they are taking up. They should be knowing that what is lying ahead of them. So once again, thank you very much. I would like to thank my assistant PQ, Sri Devi, my assistant club growth Kumaran sir, TLI chair Manjiri Dahale, my admin manager Yatika Tripathi, who is silently managing everything. I am very much thankful to all my area directors, Samir, Rashmi, Thiru, and Khalid for attending to this session. And once again, thank you to Sagar for taking up the role of Sergeant at Arms. And thank you, Rashmi.